Hey, it's Dan from RosterRepair.com. I'm coming to you guys with a Week 7 injury update. Start things off, Dallas Clark is going to be out for the rest of the year. If he's on your team, just get rid of him. Unless you're in a dynasty league where you're going to keep a guy around for next year, or keeper league, and you think he's someone you're going to hold on to, Dallas Clark is going to be out the rest of the year. So just cut him. There's no reason to keep guys like him or Ryan Grant in your IR slot or keep them on your bench. They're not coming back. It's filed with the league. It's not some trick they're going to play on you. Just get the guys off your team. Moving on, for the Colts, Austin Collie is also injured, and Joseph Adai. If you guys are Peyton Manning owners, look to move Manning. His value should decrease over the rest of the year. He's the #1 fantasy quarterback right now. See if you can trade him, get a top 5 running back or a top 5 wide receiver. Maybe package him with your second best running back to a guy who's got the worst quarterback in your league, and see what you can get for him. For the Tennessee Titans, Vince Young is going to be out this week. Kerry Collins is going to start. He got banged up also last week, but he will be playing as the starter. The Tennessee Titans are also going to be without Bo Scaife, their tight end, and possibly Kenny Britt, who was in a bar fight earlier in the week. Jeff Fisher said he needs more details to see what kind of decision he'll make. Look for him to start because Justin Gage is also going to miss the week. So the Titans should hand the ball off a lot to Chris Johnson, so he should have a big game. Bruce Gregkowski and Jason Campbell were both injured also. Look for Campbell to get the start. Gregkowski will miss this week. Campbell will be handing the ball off a ton to Michael Bush. Darren McFadden is also coming back from an injury this week. He is expected to play, but he's only going to get 20 to 30% of the carries. Michael Bush will get the rest. Colt McCoy will be starting for the Browns this week. Seneca Wallace and Jake Delhomme are still out, so McCoy will be your guy there. Muhammad Massaquoi should also miss this week with a concussion, but Joshua Cribbs is recovering quickly from his concussion. Look for him to play. He's got good fantasy value with Massaquoi out, and he also returns the kicks and punts. He's a solid fantasy option as a flex or maybe a #2 in deeper leagues. Carolina Steve Smith is also coming back this week. He'll be catching passes from Matt Moore. He was renamed the starter in Carolina. Matt Moore did throw a touchdown to Steve Smith in Week 1 and Week 2 of this year, so look for those guys to hook up again this week. If you're a San Diego Chargers fan, you'll be pretty depressed. You guys have the following receivers that are all doubtful: Legadou Nene, Malcolm Floyd, and Craig Davis or David. And Antonio Gates is questionable. He's got a toe injury. Look for the Chargers to run the ball a lot. Ryan Matthews is still injured, but he has been playing. Tolbert's also a solid fantasy option. The Chargers are going to run a ton. Also, Eddie Royal has a sore hamstring in Denver. He might miss this week. That really shouldn't affect the Broncos. Demaryius Thomas will get more looks. Try and pick him up if he's not already taken in your league. He might be worth a start as a flex this week. Hakeem Nicks for the Giants sat out of practice yesterday. He was on a stationary bike, though. He said he'll play on Sunday without question. I don't think it's really an issue, but he is listed on the injury report as probable. For the tight end position, there's a lot of injuries this week. Besides Gates and Clark at the head of the class, we also have Chris Cooley, Todd Heap, Bo Scaife, as I mentioned, Vernon Davis, Kellen Winslow are all listed as questionable, but they're all expected to play, with the exception of Scaife and Clark, who's obviously out for the rest of the year. These guys are also listed as out, but you should know that already by now. David Garrard, Pierre Thomas, Reggie Bush, Deshaun Jackson with the concussion from last week, and Clinton Portis, and also the kicker in San Diego, Nate Kading. These guys are all going to miss this week, so make sure you don't have them starting in your leagues. And one thing to watch out for, Dante Stallworth is expected to come back shortly. Not this week, but in the future. Check and see if he's available in your league on waivers. Try and pick him up, keep him on the bench. And also a guy like Vincent Jackson, who's expected to report at the end of this month. So try and pick those guys up if they're available, and you'll sneak past the rest of your league. Thanks for watching. Send us your questions on Twitter @RosterRepair, and check us out at RosterRepair.com. Thank you.